If you own a Tesla, you already know the struggle with the traditional glass roof sunshade. You have to clip them in, take them down, twist them into a circle, and throw them in your trunk just to see the sky. But EVBase sent out their manual retractable sunshade for my Constance. Today, it's hitting over 90 degrees. So we're installing it to check if it actually blocks the heat and see how it looks. Straight out of the box, the build quality on this frame is really solid. It uses a physical roller system and the fabric has a nice textured feel that matches the interior headliner perfectly. The best part about it? There is absolutely zero wiring here. You don't have to pull panels apart or tap into your car's 12-volt power. It literally just slots into the roof trim using these heavy-duty clips. It took us less than 15 minutes to get it fully locked in. Now for the ultimate test. We're doing a cool down to see exactly how much energy and time this shade actually saves. It's afternoon right now, the sun is brutal, and Constance's cabin is sitting at a roasting temperature inside. For test 1, I left all the sunshade completely open to see what the baseline is like, letting the sun beat directly into the cabin. The exterior was at 93 degrees and the interior of Constance was sitting at a roasting 105 degrees when we started. I blasted the AC down to 70 and at 58 seconds, we hit 100 degrees. By the 2-minute mark, it was already dropping at 90 degrees. And we finally crossed into the 80s at the 3-minute and 39 seconds. Now, on paper, the numbers were moving. At around 4-minute mark, I felt like I finally stopped sweating, but I felt hot. The overhead heat radiating off the raw glass was just pouring down on me. By 8 minutes and 10 seconds, the cabin felt cooler, but the direct sun hitting on my skin was still incredibly annoying. It just proves that the air temperature isn't the whole story when you have a massive glass ceiling. Test 2. We let the car heat right back up to 105 degrees. But this time, we pulled the shades completely closed to block the sun before turning the AC back down to 70. Right out the gate, the outside temperature threw us a curveball, climbing up to 94 degrees. We hit 100 degrees inside at 1 minute and 2 seconds and dropped to 90 degrees at 2 minutes and 15-second mark. This is where the test got really interesting because the weather outside was a total roller coaster. Around 4-minute mark, the exterior briefly dipped to 93 as the interior crossed into the 80s, but the sun started fighting back. By 4 minutes and 34 seconds, the outside spiked back up to 94, and at 5 minutes and 42 seconds, it peaked at a brutal 95 degrees outside. The exterior kept bouncing between 94 and 93 degrees for the rest of the run. But here is the massive difference. Remember how in the first test I was still sweating and feeling that annoying burn on my skin? With the shade closed, the overhead radiant heat was completely gone. Even with the outside air temperature spiking hotter than the first test, the shade trapped the greenhouse effect at the glass layer. It allowed Constance to smash right through that 71-degree wall, hitting a crisp 70 degrees inside at the 10-minute mark. Now for a quick thermal test. It was absolutely scorching outside today, so I wanted to see how the surface temp of my tinted Xpel XR Plus windshield stack up against the raw OEM glass ceiling and the retractable shade itself. I ran 3 separate rounds of testing and the data is mind-blowing. Across all 3 rounds, the unprotected glass roof was literally cooking, peaking at a brutal 162 degrees. That is like having a radiator sitting right above your head. My Xpel tinted windshield did an amazing job holding the line around 134 degrees under the direct sun. But look at the retractable shade. It consistently stayed between 114 and 116 degrees. When you average out all 3 rounds of testing, this is what the numbers look like. When I want the view back, I just slide it back. No messy folding or trunk storage required. For around half the price of an electric sunshade, this manual retractable option from EVBase is an absolute lifesaver if you live somewhere hot. If you are interested in getting one for yourself, you can use my discount code of JO Wheels. You can save 20% or $72. The link is in the description below. So now let me know down in the comments if you prefer the retractable style or the classic look. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and see you on the next video.